What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So I have a pretty interesting topic to discuss pertaining to Season 4. So there has been some news on a brand new rarity in terms of blueprints that is making its way into COD Mobile for this upcoming season. And that new tier is called Legacy. So for a long time, pretty much since this game has been out, and even prior to that in other Call of Duty games, certain skins have had different tiers based on, I guess, how they appeared, what kind of features they have. Well, the more features that they do have, the higher the tier is. So for example, with legendary skins, they tend to have different animations. They have a completely different appearance, different iron sight and everything, with death effects and so on. And that's what gives it its legendary tier. But of course, with Mythic, they take it a step higher, giving you, a lot more death effects. They give you tracer rounds and even physical animations on a gun that already looks far different than the original model. And, recently we've been getting this new variation of Legendary, which is, of course, Legendary Prestige, where you get 3 Legendary draws, and you get basically an upgraded version of an original Legendary skin. Of course, this is separate from the original, so you still retain the original one while having the new one. And usually it doesn't really entail much. It's just a much more vibrant color, or, they make the gun, well, at least the legendary blueprint, look a little bit more elegant and have different sound effects. And that's pretty much it. Other than that, it's still a very basic legendary, just a little fancier. But as for the legacy rarity, it's apparently supposed to bridge the gap between a legendary and a mythic. So what I assume that means is that basically there's going to be some mythic features with that legendary, or I guess that legacy skin, and a lot of legendary features as well. So a good example would be that, the legacy skin, it's already been confirmed that the Type 25 Phoenix Inferno is going to have a different unique weapon inspect as well as tracer rounds. Those two features are usually reserved for mythic skins, especially when you do upgrade them. Or I guess when it comes to like the inspect, you don't really have to upgrade. So it kind of like takes the appearance of a mythic, but not exactly there yet. I think the only difference is that probably with the legacy skins, you probably don't have to upgrade them to get those types of features. I think they just come built in, which is actually a good thing. That's something that mythics should have, but unfortunately that's not the case. There's no real guarantee whether or not these two features are going to be like the same quality as mythics. They might be, downscaled a bit, so they won't be up to that level, because obviously, yeah, it's a tier lower than mythic, but just slightly lower. And even the draw format's going to be a little bit different. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case every single time, but based on what I've seen so far, it might have the Mac 10 Dragon Might type of draw that some people got. I know there's some people out there that just got the normal draw for that, but I know there are some people that ended up getting like a much cheaper version of a draw that basically required them to spend like maybe $70 or like a lot less money in order to get that skin. So I'm hoping that might be the case for this one, but I'm not really that sure because this is a brand new tier, so they might make it a little bit harder to get this legacy skin. I do know that the probabilities for the Dragon Might Mac 10 was very high. I think it was up to like 40%, so it was very easy to get. Obviously that's a legendary, but obviously since this is a higher tier, again, they could lower it down to maybe 20%, 10%, or just the usual 0.08%. So one thing that did catch my attention with this is also the name itself, which is, of course, Legacy. This is something that kind of made me wonder whether or not that they're just going to bring in Mastercrafts, and that's basically what the Legacy rarity is going to involve. Just Mastercrafts from like past games, such as Black Ops 4, Cold War, and even Vanguard. And keep in mind, there are a lot of Mastercrafts. Even in Vanguard, there are a lot of different animated skins that they added for various guns. I think there's like this Russian spaceship one for the AK-47 in Cold War. And there were just a lot of different weapons in Black Ops 4. And I've already showed this to my friend that they had all these different animated skins that they could add into this game and probably improve upon them, kind of like how they did with the Crick 6 and its iron sight and just all the other effects in general. So it kind of makes me wonder whether or not, this new legacy rarity is going to involve any unique skins that COD Mobile makes, like that are, basically brand new and not brought in from another game. But either way, I mean, I don't really mind this rarity being in the game, mainly because, I mean, I would love to see Mastercrafts come into this game. I mean, like, we already have some of them that came in from Black Ops 4, such as the AK-47 Koromaku. It belonged to the KN-57. And we also had stuff like the Outlaw High Noon. We had other stuff like the ZX-7000 RUS. Of course, that was for a different weapon, but they still, I guess, use that type of like skin template to use it on the RUS. I also forgot to mention that the Cordite 0G as well as the GKS Tactical Unicorns were all Mastercrafts in Black Ops 4. So there is a slight possible chance that they might recategorize those legendaries that we have right now into legacy weapons, but of course that might not be the case. But I mean, really, time will only tell whether or not they'll actually do that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think down below. That's all I have to say for this matter as of right now. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I'll see you guys next time.